Alright, I think we are ready to go. Hi everybody, we're going to get some painting in this morning. I got an hour or so free time, so we're just going to hop in. Got my palette down below, got a blank canvas up here. I'm just going to paint some random stuff. I did some on Twitch the other day. I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid right in the middle of everything. This is liquid fine detail, works the same as regular liquid. I am not picky. I must have paid $4 for this big jar, which I have since transferred to a different jar. Blank canvas. I don't know what to do today. I did this really ugly thing the other day. I was not very pleased with it. But that's the way it works sometimes. So I'm just gonna I tend to do the best when I go caution to the wind and just start painting stuff. I'm going to start off by switching out some colors, as usual. Burnt sienna, crimson. These are like my go-to colors, so I'm just going to yank them out. I don't know if you can see them all, but I'm going to start with good old Permelba. Permelba white. Very nice white. Actually, I'm going to work a little differently today. I wanted to try some other things. Some orange, some violet, and these are my same cheap paints. I don't buy expensive paints. I can't afford them. If you want to donate to the cause, I will figure something out. This is Payne's Gray. Notice it was on clearance. Was $13.99. I got it for $3.99. So, and it's still good paint. Nothing wrong with it. What the color I'm looking for? Yeah. Oh, here's some cobalt violet hue. I'm going to use some of that, I think, next to this violet, or near the violet. And I don't have a particular palette set up. You can notice I put piece of wax paper over my palette because this stuff does leak all over the place. A little bit of phthalo blue, and I'm going to get some burnt sienna so I can do my rough sketch in burnt sienna. Here, I'm going to try some Cerulean blue. Once again, here it is, $32.99. It was on clearance at least 3 times. Got it for $9.49. It's a nice little smooth blue there. And I'm just going to start with these colors. I'm going to take the skull out. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do up there, but I figure I just get started with some of this. And I'm going to take my, what do we have here? I have a number 8 bright, so I'm just going to take some liquid. I'm not digging this brown very much. This is, I want the burnt, there we go. Burnt umber. I think I used sienna. So let's get the burnt umber out. So I hope everybody's going okay on this Tuesday. I was on Twitch the other day. I'm on YouTube today, just because. There we go. And I like the consistency of this batter. I don't know what I'm going to draw today, or paint today. Use a little bit of that color, a little bit of that. The 2 browns, maybe a drop of Payne's Gray. And I'm just mixing it with my brush. Extra, extra thin. And I took the skull out. I'm just gonna start painting. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. So I'm just going to. I had a couple ideas the other day. I'm just gonna draw some random shapes and see what I get. That's an interesting exercise. I'm just going to draw some random shapes. This used to be an exercise way back when. Just draw a bunch of swirls and shapes and then make something out of it. So that seems like a good thing to do today. Let's do that today. A little bit of liquid, a little bit of paint. I'm just going to put some swirlies on whatever shows up. I already see something. So I see a guy in a hood. Do you see a guy in a hood? I'm going to do the guy in the hood because he just popped out. I see him. He's there. He is there. I'm going to drop in some shadows real quick. Look at that. See him. Some shadows. Maybe it'll be one of the faceless men from Game of Thrones. I don't know. But it's as good a place as any to start. And if I don't like it, you know what? It's only a piece of canvas paper. I can throw it away. But I'm going to smooth all this out. This is very wobbly, so. But I see him in there. Do you see him? I do. He's a little bit more in focus now. Kind of looks like an orc in a hood. So that's what we'll probably wind up doing today. Something orcish. I don't have any green. Not with the colors I picked. That's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to dive in and do it. He's looking a little graphical. Start smoothing all this out. It'll bring, whoops, that's kind of squeaky. Hope it's okay up there. Is it okay up there? You up there, that camera? Okay. I'm just gonna, maybe he's a goblin, maybe he's a troll, I don't know, maybe he's a vampire. But he is in there. That's the first thing I saw pop up on my squiggly lines, so. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of this. Got some base shadows down. Spread them out a little more. Maybe up. That's the beautiful thing. Just get them down a little bit. Smooth, we like smooth. That's the wonders of oil paint. Oil paint will go on forever if you had a few miles of canvas. I don't have a few miles of canvas, or a few months, or a lot of time. So I'm just going to start dropping in. I'm going to start dropping in some color. I'm going to take some of this blue here. This, I think this is Cerulean blue. Same brush, make it nice and dark. Drop some of that color in there. Drop it right on top. Tint some of this over here. Dark, so leave some space over here in his cheek for light. Nice and thin, we get it all thinned out. Once again, just dropping in color. No, that's not bad. Like that. This needs to be darker than that side. I think this is going to be my shadow side at this point. drop that darker color over my shadows that are already there. So just move my way around, spreading that color out. That looks interesting. Not going to throw it away yet. Like this monstrosity. So the other night I worked on this. I am not happy with it, so it's going to wind up in the trash. I suppose I can use the other side, but mostly it's trash. It's still wet too. Look at that. Yeah, I put my ring on there. It's still wet. Oh, I don't want to deal with it right now. I really don't. So I'm just moving along with something new. That's the other thing about oil paints. I have a painting over here. I started, gosh, 5 years ago. Got kind of tired of it. Decided to put it aside. And now it's back. It's the, mind you, it's not the most original painting, but you know what? It is still my painting. I'm going to take some more of this Corellian blue hue. Maybe a little bit bluer now. Yep. Just start dropping in that color. That's a nice color. Looks a little greenish. She might be a zombie goblin, a zomblin. A zomblin. Take that, zomblin. He's getting drippy. He's crying. Don't cry, little zomblin. We're not going to hurt you. We're not going to hurt you. Like the way that color blends right over here. If that was acrylic, that would be dry by now. And I would get that cool blending. And I'll come up and get that tear in a minute. Or I can leave it there. You can let him cry. You can cry, little zomblin. It's okay. No, don't cry. Oh, wait. I like that. Look at that. I made an instant bag under his eye. Do that again over here. Interesting. This is really... Whoop, ah! Sorry about that. Oh, I'm getting some glare from the light. Let's see if we can adjust that a little bit. A little bit, maybe. Maybe. Put a little bit of that blue in here. I'm just dropping in some color. Just dropping in color. And coming back and smoothing it out. Give him some of those cool goblin teeth in a minute. Dropping some Payne's Gray and some of this color right here. I'm going to drop it in right along here. Get some really deep shadow. Get it set up. Nice zomblin. It looks sickly. That's okay. Let's blend that out. Now give him some definition in his forehead. That's really cool. I'm liking that. I like that a lot. I'm going to bring his mouth out a little bit though. Get rid of all the drips that are forming. That is pretty cool. Not bad for a couple of squiggles that I started off with, huh? Even got some highlights going on here. I'm going to drop in a little bit of that connective tissue that runs there in a V shape that get his cheekbones going on. This is all with one brush. I haven't got very detailed with it yet, but that's pretty cool. Some more of this dark blue over here. I'll put some of this lighter blue over here, see what we get. That is too much light blue. We're going to have to get rid of that. So we're going to blend it all out. Actually, it's not so bad now, see? Once you blend it, it's all good again. Again, the beauty of oil paint. So you can blend it until you puke. Maybe not such a pointy nose. He almost looks like Spock. Almost. Almost looks like Spock. Spock is a goblin. Spoglin. Some more of this green blue hue. I'm going to get that color in there. And in there. And there we go. Spoglin. Old Spoglin, how you doing? I am breaking a rule that I read on the internet about fat over lean. I don't really care because I'm using more liquid than paint at this point, but this is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to put a glaze of yellow over that to make it a little more greenish, but this is pretty good for a start. Let's do something. I guess I should research a picture of a hood. You figure hoods will be easy, but actually I'm going to do this. I'm going to take some orange. Actually, I'm not going to do his eyes just yet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Make a really, really dark. Oh, that's an interesting color. I don't know if that color gets picked. I don't know if the colors get picked up right here or not. I got paint on my hand. It happens. Yeah, that's nice. Darkish brown, or orangey brown. Just a little bit. I don't know. Should that be his hair instead of a hood? That'd be pretty cool. That's a possibility. Get hair. That would be interesting. Could be hair, could be a hood. I'm gonna go too crazy because I don't want to. I'm very satisfied with how that face emerged. Let's see if I can. Where's that spot coming from? It's this one over here. Let's see. This one? Nope. Is it this one? Yep. That's the spot. I'll put the spot on top. That's a little better. A little more. I can't tell on my monitor. I am running my monitor next to my easel, and my easel doesn't like it. I'm not really liking this hair thing, but since my time is limited, it is 11:30. It's time for almost time for my medication. So I'm going to let's try some of this violet first. That's pretty good. Put a test up there. That's not bad. Take some of this up here. This is the violet hue. That's nicer. I like that one a little better. Grab some liquid where I can. And I've switched to a flat shader, which is really... I'm going to grab some of this color here. And maybe a couple of drips off my liquid from there. And I'll start putting it on here. Actually, I'm going to cheat. I'll take some each color. There, 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 there. Take some hint of that brownish color. Get all these colors together and they start blending. And I'm going to take, I guess I shouldn't blend with a filbert, but I can. I mean, just start smearing some of this purpley color around. Blend it until you can't see any brush strokes. That's not bad. And then take some of this blue with the extra liquid. That is very thin. Put that there, 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 there. Get as much of it off my brush, because paint should not be on your brush. Paint should be on your canvas or on your palette. I don't like paint on my brush. I like to get it all off. Rub it in. Rub it in. Start getting a background. Most of my backgrounds tend to turn to gray, and then I drop some purples in them. So I figured, why not just start with purple this time? Yeah. This time, get some sludge. I'm going to call it sludge, because that's essentially what it is. It's just a colory sludge. Get some of this dark blue. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, ooh. And I'm going to do like this. Up, up, up. Bring it up. Bring it up and down. Anybody watching? Nope, just me. Nobody but me. I'm just going to scrub that color into the canvas. This is canvas paper. So the beauty is I'm picking up some of this color from up top here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me tilt this up a hair. Just a hair. You can see it up here from previous practices and experiments. And these are experiments. I'm not going to claim these are finished paintings. I just like playing. I like playing with color a lot. I like playing with oil paint a lot. So I think I got some more over here on my brush. Yep, I do. Got a lot on my brush. Look at that. Darken up those edges. Put that over there. So I'm looking at my Goblin Spock, and I'm noticing that you need some darker blues in there, so I'm just gonna, oh, that's orange. I don't want to mix orange with my blue. It'll turn to mud. I'm gonna need another friggin' paintbrush for this, because I jumped the gun just a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit over here, just to make it more blue. This is my no-name cheap dollar store brush with a very, very sharp wedge on it. I found it very, very helpful. I just lost the corner of his eye. That makes me sad. I'm going to put it back, like so. There we go. And that's not so bad. Uh-oh, I got into my orange again. I'm not happy with the way that got screwed up. So I have to fix it a little bit. There we go. Not bad. I'm going to take, I'm going to put in a detail, and I rarely put details this far early in, but I'm going to take some of this brown here and a hair of this white and make kind of a light brownish color over here. Okay. And I want to give him a tooth. Should I give him up teeth or down teeth? I'm going to give him an up tooth. That's it. A tooth. Maybe one over here. Broken. There. I guess 2 teeth. Smooth that out a little bit for later. Because everybody knows zombie goblins don't have straight teeth ever. Well, that's interesting. I think we can keep that. Interesting. I have to do something with all this orange that I threw down that doesn't really look right. But that looks okay. Oh, that's a nice dark color here. I'm going to put that right there. There. He's looking really deformed, which is kind of cool because, you know, he's a flawed character. Flawed characters are interesting. How about we put a scar or 2 or 3 or 5 on him? Scars. Scars are cool. Chicks dig scars. So I was told. So I'll put a scar up here like this. Maybe 2. Look at the way that just happens. I'm not totally digging it. Smooth it back out. I'm not liking it as much as I thought I liked it. Oh, look at that. That's the first semi-successful removal I've had. You can see it over here a little bit, but I bet if I got a slightly bigger brush, you know what I need? I need a rag. I'll start with the rag today. So if I come over here and just blend that back out, it will look like those scars were not there. It looks okay. So that's not a bad start. I'll do something with this chin over here. Maybe give it a nice cleft. A cleft. A cleft. And this color over here. Darken it up just a little bit. There we go. You can see it coming to life. He's alive. And he's moving. He's moving away. Subtle. We like subtlety. Yeah, sometimes we like subtlety. Sometimes we have to be hit with a blunt stick. Alright. That's enough of this guy for now, I think. I'm going to put him on the side to dry. Let him dry for a couple days. We'll work on this guy for a little bit. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy before. I need to adjust my tripod to get him all the way in properly. Let's try and do that. So, you know, this, like I said, I started this a couple years ago. And, you know, I saw a couple, when I started on it, I didn't see the variations that there were floating around of this already. But can we get this higher? Yeah, we should be able to get this higher. Why not? Up we go. There we go. All the way up. Up, 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 up. Tilt the camera a bit too. There we go. it, bring it in. Alright, so which is fine. I just want to do a little bit of touch up on this. I worked on it the other day. Put a little bit of orange in here, and so these are all day glow colors loading in here. I just wanted some of these colors to pop a little bit. And this is about 80% done, I guess. I don't know. This is one I'm probably going to be working on for another 5 years. Because I started this, my son was maybe 18 months old. He just turned 7. That should say something. Let's blend some of that out. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Get some of that color back. Uh-oh. See what I did? I see what I did. Oh, there we go. Oh, uh-oh. That's still wet. That's still wet. I'm taking off more paint. So this stuff here isn't dry either. As I mutter to myself. Alright, so this isn't completely dry. I probably shouldn't be working on it so quickly. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There's some drippy paint over there and over there. So this would be a good time to walk away before I do some more damage to it. What is this? That is a piece of cloth. Piece of something. I think I should do that one. It looks a lot better in person than it does on the screen, let me tell you. Alright, let's put Mr. Skull up. I don't know what to put up there. I really don't. I guess I can start with some clouds. Find my purpley pink color. I don't remember which color is on which brush at this point. Okay, so it's this one. I'm going to put some clouds up in here. I'll do it the Bob Ross way. Or my variation of the Bob Ross way. So I'm going to put really thick on the top. And we'll see what happens. Maybe some up there. This is, I can feel it, the paint underneath trying to cling to the paint, which means this isn't fully dry yet either. It's only been a couple days, but even so. So I just dab on some, this is Primelva White. That's not so bad. Not horrible, not great. And then I come back here with my giant filbert. And I'm just gonna fluff it up a little bit. Oh, that doesn't look good at all. I want to take it back. I regret this decision. Yep, I don't like that at all. Don't like it. It's going to take, I mean, this is canvas showing through that nice purpley color in there. And every time I use this filbert, I'm picking up more paint than I'm blending. And it's becoming a real ugly mess really quickly. So I'm just going to blend this out and stop. And I figure out how I'm going to correct this now, because this is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. I did it once on a different painting. But I'm just gonna, it's supposed to be circles, so. This is a generic 1-inch brush with a wedge. It's a painter's brush we got from Home Depot, I think. I think initially we deemed it not suitable for house painting for what we were doing at the time. I commandeered it for painting down here. Just stand up for a minute, and I'm quickly reaching my limit for working for the. I'm blocking the camera. I'm sorry. But over here, it's blending nice. So that's kind of nice. Again, the wonders of oil painting. Blend it away. Blend it away. Actually, that's looking really nice now. Not what I had in mind, but I can blend it to crap. She used less paint, I think. This will take a long time to dry. Now the effect is more what I'm looking for. A little speckly though. That's probably crap on the canvas. But I'm gonna come back here and oh, smear, 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 smear. Yeah, it's pretty smeary. But we'll just keep blending it until either I find something I like and I stop, or I'm really repulsed by it and I stop. I can't remember who said great art is never, or art is never a finish, it's just abandoned. I abandon a lot of art. Actually, that's not so bad now that I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it over here and it looks like garbage. So we're gonna probably go over that with some of this purple. Clean it out. I'm not digging that color at all. Oop, I got some blue. Put some blue in here. Because all those nice rich colors I had in there that I did like, I covered them with this white. And I can't get them. I can probably, I'm going to try, use this rag, try and rub some of it off. See if it'll work. I don't think it will, but I'm going to try. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, picked a bunch of it off, so look at that happy accent. Take it all off. Take it all off. I'm going back to the reds that I put there when I first laid color down. So that's a good thing. I can take all that off and wait a little bit. Put on the fresh layer of color and hope for the best. That's it. And if that was acrylics, that's a beauty thing. That's what I love about oils. You can get those nice translucent colors, but you gotta be careful. All right, it's kind of restored to what I originally had it, so that'll give me some more time to rethink what's up here. I also lost some of that original color, but at least most of that white is gone. All right, it's time to go take a pill or two. I'm going to clean up. We'll come back to Goblin Spock another day. He's looking a little thin. So I'm going to let that sit there. Put this back over here. Let everybody get a nice good dry. Give it a week or so. I think I'm going to wait at least a week to my next stream. Don't know if it'll be here on YouTube or on YouTube, but I want to thank you guys for stopping by, wasting a little bit of time with me today. I'm Paul. My endeavors are under the name of Bacon Logic. I thank you for your time. Not the most entertaining stream, I know, but hey, once again, thanks for wasting some time with me today. I will talk to you guys later.